What up, y'all? We are back for Fight Talk. One of my favorite things to do here on the channel. The Jimmy Dukes Rodriguez channel with the Fight Talk here with the Empire guys. We had another card lined up. June 21st, we're back, huh, boys?
June 21st, man. Las Cruces, New Mexico.
I know we had a great outing last time. You guys started off the MMA promotion side with some great fights. I mean, everybody... in my opinion, the arena was cool. I talked to a lot of the fighters after, and they were excited just to the damn white cage you guys had.
Yeah, full 30-foot cage, brand new. That canvas was shining. A lot of good fights took place.
Yeah, and there's some blood too, unfortunately.
Yeah, it took a little cleaning after the fact, It wasn't as clean after, but we got it back up and ready. It's ready.
Yeah, man. Good. Yeah, so we had some great fights that night. I mean, a lot of wins, a lot of losses for some folks. We got some guys coming back. But June 21st, NMSU, Rise of the Champions. We go from Rise of the Empire, Rise of the Champions. So let's get into this card. So how many fights we got here, guys?
So we got 12 fights.
12 fights. And real quick, if you guys don't know, this is 2 of the 3 for the Empire Promotion side. We got Charlie Vasquez and Jesse, last name? I'm sorry. Singleton. I wanted to say something else, so I'm glad you corrected me. So I appreciate you guys' time. We're here at one roof, 3 teams. We got logos in the back. You can't see it. EP Enforcers, Empire MMA, and Bloodline Academy on Montana here in El Paso, Texas. So congratulations for you guys here. I know that you guys were talking about this for some time, but you got 3 different disciplines, 3 different teams under one roof all helping each other out. So that's awesome.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, man. But let's get into these fights. I know quite some guys now. Like now that I'm paying attention more. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Jimmy Dukes. I've been covering combat sports here in the Southwest for a little bit. So I've been to a couple events. Got to know some of the guys. So I should be commentating this event and just how I have the last one. But let's start off the first. Let's start kind of. These are not in order. We're just gonna kind of go through some up. But the first one coming up that comes up to me is we got King making his debut versus the veteran of Julio Marquez. What do you guys think about this fight, and how did it kind of come together?
So, Daituan hit me up. King hit me up. He said, "Hey, we're trying to get a fight. I was supposed to fight one of your guys. Do you think you could set it up?" I said, "Yeah, let me see who I can find." So we looked around real quick. We had one of the guys step up. He said, "Hey, I'm 155er. You think I can jump in on your card also?" Marquez was like, "Hey, let me jump in, man. Let me get a crack at somebody. I'm ready. I've been staying ready. Let's get it going." Asked both camps. They both accepted. And so now we've got a brown belt debuter.
Yes.
Versus a veteran that has a few fights and has looked real strong, real scrappy. I mean, he's got a chin. He looked good, great in his last one.
Yeah, Julio is. I know he's currently 1-4, but I don't like the times I've seen him. He hasn't been knocked out or submitted. He's gone to distance. At the last KFL, he fought a tough Jack, and they went at it. All rounds. You know what I mean? They went at it. So, and then he fought Solaita as well, who fought in the last card, and gave him a run for his money, which he beat. So, but yeah, King is a brown belt. I know he has combat experience as far as in the military, combatives, and he is a brown belt. A brown belt is still a brown belt, right?
Yeah, no, I've seen him roll. He's come through here a couple of our sparring days, and man, he's rolling people up and holding them down. He's gotten some of the better guys to tap. It's going to be good to see.
Yeah, man. And like I've trained with King, and really quiet guy. You know what I mean? Really quiet guy. I saw him fight in a smoker. He cut too much weight, in my opinion. And in this fight, it's a 155. He was at 145, and for his frame, he's such a big dude. He kind of reminds me of freaking Devin over there. He's like a damn freaking G.I. Joe when you take his shirt off.
Yeah, no, these guys are straight up action figures, man.
Not to where I could speak so anymore, man. I don't know. My little beer belly can't anymore. But yeah, that's gonna be one of the fights, and that's one of the starting ones of the card. I mean, we got a veteran it's 5 fights, but I mean, a veteran is still a veteran, right? And King's gonna have an opportunity to see if he has what it takes to get in this whole MMA space, huh?
Yeah, no, he'll definitely be tested for right out of the gate, man.
I mean, yeah, he's a brown belt, and that's a lot of experience, but you put that in a cage, and that's a very different environment versus a guy that has the experience in the
Yeah.
cage. It hasn't always broke
Yeah.
his way, but, he's got that experience that he can hopefully apply and see
Yeah.
what happens with it. So it should be a good fight.
Yeah, and that's gonna be fun, right? I mean, like I get to know all these guys, and I hate when I see guys that I like fight each other, but it's always like let the best man win. But moving on,
Yeah.
next one, what do we got here, Jesse?
Next one, we got Manuel Morales versus Mario Marquez. And that's going to be also 155. Morales is a debuter, and again, it's another situation where we got a debuter going up against somebody that's got a bit more of experience. Not a lot of victories there in the win column, but a lot of experience there. Marquez last one in 2019. He's trying to make a comeback. He's worked really hard to get back in shape and get ready, and so it should be an interesting fight to go out there. But that veteran experience versus new to the cage. Due to the experience, due to the lights, see how that reacts to that. So.
Yeah, because I mean, you might be 0-4, but you can still probably whoop anybody that's coming in for the first time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you cannot discount that experience.
Yes, especially in amateur. I mean, you can have a layoff, and that just because you haven't been fighting professionally. I mean, like in amateur or exhibitions or anything, that doesn't mean you haven't been training, sharpening those tools. And still kind of beating people up when you need to in the gym to enough to where like, what, I want to sign up for a fight now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's been 2019 to now to fight. That's 6 years. That's a lot of training, a lot of time. He's coming in as a completely different fighter potentially.
Yeah.
With the knowledge of what it's like to step in the ring. So.
Yeah. I mean, coming in 0-4, I'm sure he's not signing up to be 0-5, if that makes sense.
He wants to get that monkey off his back. He wants to go out there and make a statement and see what he can do with it. So that should be an exciting one to watch.
Awesome, man. What do you think about that one, Charlie? Another 155. It seems like 155 is like a good weight class for the promotion, huh?
Yeah, so last promotion we had a bunch of 125ers. This time we had to get a little heavier. We got more 155ers. We're trying to build up that weight class a little bit, trying to make it a little bit deeper. Morales. So I text Burchak. He one of his guys came out last promotion. And then he was like, "Hey man, the guys had a good time. Can you get some of my guys on your card?"
Awesome.
And so I worked hard.
Uncle Tony.
Right. I worked hard to get as many guys as I could. We had a fight fall off. That was one of his guys, but we ended up getting 3 guys on the card.
Nice.
So him and Ace will be bringing their team down here. And coaching up 3 of their guys.
Nice. And that's cool that you guys are able to have those relationships with people from out of town, not just here in Las Cruces or in El Paso or Juarez. They're coming out from Arizona, and for them to say, "Hey man, like this card was pretty good, like could we be on it?" Kind of deal on the next one. So that's cool that they see the potential of the promotion and how it's going and how the event went to where they're like, "Hey, we don't want to fight over there, we'd rather fight over here." So that's a win in my opinion for you guys for sure. Alrighty then, moving on. We got, and these are just out of order. This is just a list that Jesse put together for us as far as the card. But we got Nate, Nasty Nate, coming out against Joshua Perez. Both 0-1. You know what I mean? We did have Nate in the last one. Obviously he's your brother. Like, I felt like he was a little hesitant. Is like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like he couldn't really get off to wanting to do, but credit to to his opponent. Went in there from Ontero Sports. What's his name?
Powell.
Jed Powell.
Yeah. No nonsense, man. But he went in there, got the triangle choke. But I talked to Nate after, and he was like, "I still got the itch, man." Still got the itch.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna. My brother won't make any excuses, and I'm not gonna make one for him either. He did break his nose though, right before the fight. Mm-hmm. It was pretty nasty.
Yeah. And I think one of the first strikes of the whole match was straight to his nose, I want to say.
Yeah, no, he started.
And that was the thing I had known before, and I was all, fuck.
A lot of that blood we had to clean off that canvas belonged to Nasty Nate.
Yeah.
So he definitely it wasn't in his favor to start out, but he said if Jed wants to run it back, he'll definitely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got to get over Joshua, and if I'm not mistaken, Joshua will fight at KFL and he fought Jed.
But there is the backstory behind
They
that.
both have fought Jed.
Yes.
And so this is an interesting
So now
one
they're
to
gonna
see.
fight each other. You know what I mean? And Jed did get both submissions wins. Credit to Jed. You know what I mean? Credit to Jed for his win.
He went out there and took care of business.
But I feel like these
Good job,
two
Jed.
guys they're more matched as far as like their skill and where they're at in their career as far as the amateur fight. So this should be an interesting one for the fact that Nate looks good and he can box. We've talked to him before here on the show. We know what he can do. And then I know Josh, he's been training. I know after that loss at KFL, he started doing his gym tours and running and seeing like I think he was like I don't want to lose like that again. So it seems like both of them are like, hey, they're gonna go after it, huh?
Yeah, no, I reached out to him. I said, hey, look, you lost to Jed. My brother just lost to Jed. Is that a fight you'd be interested in? And he took a little while to get back to me, and he was like, you know what? That actually looks like a good fight. He was right away like, yeah, let's do it. Let's run it. I think it's a good fight, especially for both to get back on the horse,
Yes.
get back in there. I mean, it sucks losing, but
It's part of the game, right? Unfortunately.
somebody has to lose and somebody has to win.
So yeah, that one's at 155 as well.
No, that's
170.
170.
Oh, my bad. I'm looking at I can't read, guys. My bad.
Yeah, no, Nate is way bigger than
Yeah.
you think he is.
Well, he's a stocky dude.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
a stocky dude. You know what I mean? Firefighter. You got to carry.
Yep.
He's out there
Absolutely.
saving people's lives, and he's gonna be punching people in the face. So
Yep.
yeah, definitely excited for that one. 170 guys, both coming off submission losses. So I don't see them wanting to go to the ground, knowing that if they can go and just box it out and striking, I would love to see that. But I mean, they both know they've lost by submission, so might be something in their back pocket they might be doing, right?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he can do. I want to see. I hope Josh. I've actually seen him at the gym a few times. He comes in the morning. My brother comes at night. It's a little weird dynamic, but
Yeah.
it happens.
Hey, man, and that's the thing, too, in this amateur level, right? There's going to be a lot of times that these guys cross paths, and then they might, see each other in the pros later. Unfortunately, it's just part of the sport, and the fact that they can kind of just keep it professional it's always easier to deal with, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Moving up, I don't know much about these guys, so you're going to have to chime in, and, I always tell you guys, if you guys have been following me, man, I'm trying to get to know everybody enough to like kind of have an idea where I get to talk to coaches or other teammates. But we got Devin Arzate making his debut at 155. 155, there we go.
I'm telling you, we got to build up that
Yeah,
class.
and Tyler. So what do you guys know about this? If you guys can kind of chime in and give us a little bit of information on both of these guys and where they're fighting out of.
So again, Uncle Tony, he said, hey man, this guy wants to fight. Tyler Wirch out of Toro Tech MMA.
Nice. So no legit.
He's coming. Man, all of Tony's guys are tough, regardless of weight class, regardless of skill, of experience. All these guys are tough. They all come in. I got the picture of him. Dude looks like an action figure.
I think all of us compared to us now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's a scary looking dude, especially on the just on paper, just in a picture. It's like, nah, I don't really want to fight that guy. And then Devin Arzate, he's fighting out of Briggs. He is another guy that wanted to get in there, took a little bit of time. He's a little older than most of these guys that are just starting out, but it looks like he's ready to go. Him and Tyler are about the same age.
Yeah, man strength up in here.
So it's gonna be two grown men ready to throw. I don't think either one of them are gonna hold back. I always see, like I said, all the guys from Toro Tech, man, they're always tough, always well trained. The guys from Briggs, they come out, they always throw hard, they always throw with bad intentions. It should be a good fight, man.
Nice. Well, you guys want to get into these title fights, or do you guys want to loop around to the other ones?
So we got one more that's not a title fight.
All right, so let's go to that one. Which one's that one?
So we got Gabe Peinado versus Armando Valdez.
Nice.
Gabe he's an up and coming prospect, man. A lot of people are looking for him to make noise. We're looking to see how
Amateur
quick-
boxing career.
Yep, he actually has quite a few fights in Mexico. They supposedly don't count or whatever, but
Yeah, technically here in the U.S., right? How that works?
yeah, he was in every single one of those. So.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of experience. On paper, it says he's 1-1 in the U.S., but he's got quite a few fights. He's got at least 10 fights.
Nice.
So it'll be good because Mondo also has, I think, 10 fights.
Yeah, so I mean, Armando fought in the last one. You know what I mean? He neutralized Devin. You know what I mean?
He stopped a lot of that wrestling.
Yeah, man, that wrestling, and he is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? So he has good boxing. He's an amateur boxer too, as well, right?
He is. Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna be fun seeing those two guys because I would love to see them fight in a boxing fight, but the fact that they both can throw their ground game in there is gonna be very interesting. I know Gabe, really quiet guy, but I know he works hard.
Oh, he's here. He's here every single day. One of our guys also. He's really stepped up his grappling. So he might have a little surprise or two on the grappling game. Mm-hmm. But his hands are phenomenal.
Yes, for sure.
Man, he hits with power. You know, it's funny because he's not a real big, tall guy, but his hands and his feet are huge. I mean, I put on. We were trying out gloves just to see where he was. Kid's got to wear an extra large.
Damn. I got kids extra large hands, right?
Got big hands, big feet, 2 out of 3, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Armando 4-6 on paper here. You know what I mean? You did mention Gabe has a couple fights, even though he's technically one-on-one here in the States. It's going to be an interesting fight for that. I mean, at 135, that's a great weight class for both of them. Armando carries his weight well, because I know he's fought boxing, and I saw him box against Javi, and I was like, Javi, why are you boxing this guy, bro? And but yeah, he just hits hard. And then Gabe's a quick guy, young guy, and a lot of experience. Even though it's not on paper, man, I'm excited to see that one, man. Definitely at 135.
Yep. Gabe, 18 years old, just graduated high school.
Right.
So big shout out to Gabe.
Damn, 18 just graduated. God, man.
Just graduated.
I already got 2 fights.
Right.
Just at MMA, plus
Right.
stuff in Mexico,
Yeah.
plus boxing.
Yeah.
He's all about it.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
love
mean?
it.
He loves
Yeah, because
doing it.
he seems like he's like this is a career choice for sure, and wanting to do it. And same thing with Armando, man. I mean, he's out there, Briggs, and he's gonna bring the heat too. So I've seen him fight a couple times too. So I'm excited to see that one go down.
Mondo really impressed last time with his last fight.
Yeah.
he's really stepped up his game.
He neutralized Devin. As much as I like Devin, I love you, Devin, man. But man, Armando was doing everything he needed to do to win that fight. It wasn't as exciting on his end, but he stuffed everything. You put him in triangles. He was boxing, you know what I mean? So very interesting for that fight. But yeah, we got a couple title fights.
We do.
We got a couple title fights. I'm excited. You know, we're going to be passing out some belts here for Empire Promotions, but let's start going into those. You guys want to start with the flyweight one?
So actually, we'll go lightweight. We'll go in order.
Okay, well, yeah, here we go.
That
Start with
way we'll name the first champions.
Yeah, here we go. All right, so go ahead. We got the lightweight amateur lightweight championship title between.
It's going to be Devin Pepin versus Mike Sell.
Let's go. And we had Devin fight in the last one, right?
He did. He had a quick finish.
Yeah, TKO. You know, he did look good. I remember he lost his first fight for KFL. Then he wanted to get in there right away. He looked great. I think once he took that first loss and they got that, he shook that off. And then I talked to him and I would see him. I was like, oh shit, he's like serious now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He definitely jumped in and said full go. Like let's take it serious. Let's go get some wins real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that was, I mean, he took out Izimoto, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
When he was teeping, and then when he got a hold of him, he like slammed him. And I think that's when he hurt his shoulder.
He
But
shot in and took a really good
Yes.
takedown. He wanted to put him on the ground.
Yes.
And he put him down hard enough that, he injured his shoulder. and that was
hurt
the
his
end of the
shoulder.
fight.
Yeah, man, and it's not Devin's, it's not his job to stop the fight or whatever. He did what he needed to do, and he got the TKO. But he's fighting a crafty Mike Sell out of Otero, and he won out his last fight for another promotion for CFC 3 via submission. So I'm excited that these guys are fighting for a title. So how excited are you guys to actually present a 155 title when you guys are so young in a promotion?
So both these guys are coming off of impressive wins, right? They both got finishes. I've seen Mike Sell fight a few times. He always brings it. He has that crazy smile.
Yes.
He's tall. He's lanky. He always looks like I'm ready to kill you.
Yeah, dude.
And then
when he gets good shit. Good shit.
And then you talk to him, he's like one of the nicest guys,
Yes.
most respectful. Like, hey,
Yeah.
thank you for the opportunity. you
Yeah.
know. And everybody says thank you for the opportunity to us, but like, in all honesty, thank you guys for wanting to come out and represent, and put your career in our hands. You know what I mean? Bringing what you can to our promotion, allowing us to give you a platform to go out and wrestle and fight and just throw hands, as big as of a platform as we can put out. It's exciting, man. That like naming champions puts these guys in line to make bigger fights. I know some of these guys are talking about going pro, so there's no better way to cap off your amateur career than being the champion of an organization.
Definitely, and especially with the opportunity that it's cool that these guys see that we can't speak for all types of promotions, but the times that I've been around your guys' events, the boxing and the MMA, everybody's happy the way you guys treat everybody and wants to come down and fight for you guys, man. So the fact that these guys are excited to go, and it makes sense. I mean, even though Devin's 1-1, I mean, he has an extensive wrestling background. He's been putting the time and the effort. You guys have known him before he wanted to fight. You know what I mean? So a lot of people will look on paper and say, oh, 1-1 and 3-3. But the thing is that these guys, for this weight class, in my opinion, is perfect for both of them. They have the size, the body frame, to put on a good fight. What do you think about this one, Jesse?
I think it's an interesting one. Mike is a little bit bigger. Last time he fought, in about 168, so he's a little bit bigger. He's coming in. He's won by decision, by a sub, by TKO, so he can get it done pretty much any phase. But you look at Devin, I mean, dude is a top-notch wrestler. His striking has come along really, really well. And when you see him in the room, like, he's always the guy that's trying to drive the action.
Yeah.
He's like, why are we standing? Why aren't we sparring?
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing this?
Yeah.
Why aren't we starting the drills? Like, he's here early. He stays late. He puts in the effort, and I think you're going to see that big payoff.
Yeah.
As he goes forward in that ring. Whether it's a win or a loss, you're going to see him go out there and really show out.
Yeah. I think and I'm getting to know him, and I think he just wants to showcase the time that he's been putting in the gym, because a lot of people just see him putting on the training and doing all that. You don't get the response you want in the first fight. The second fight, I mean, you still won, but you didn't really get to showcase anything. But now the fact that you get to a title fight against a crafty dude, and if you get a chance to put him away or finish, then it kind of just puts a stamp on the fact that it doesn't matter what the record is, right?
Yeah, no,
they both want that fight.
That was definitely why we made that fight. I mean, both of these guys are top 155ers, not just in El Paso, not just local area, but the entire region. And I think this with the title, it kind of puts a statement on it. Like, look at these guys. Let's have other people want to come in, want to fight them.
Like, I could beat that guy. Yeah, come on down, come and show us.
So that's kind of what we're hoping to do. I mean, either guy. Obviously Devin's fighting out of Empire.
Yeah.
Mike Sell, I've got nothing but respect for those guys from Otero.
Yeah.
And man, those guys are both they're both willing to put it out, put it on the line, and whether they're getting beat or not, they're never out of the fight.
Yes.
They have that puncher's chance. They have that submission ability. So it should be a good fight, man.
Yeah, and I love it too. Like I said, I'm getting to know more and more of the guys. So once I started seeing the matchups, I was like, oh fuck. Oh man, these guys are fighting each other, but I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see that, and I always say, and I tell all the guys, man, I love all y'all, but let the best man win that night. So 155 amateur title for Empire, man. I'm excited for that one. What we got the next one, Charlie? What other? We got 3 title fights, guys. I'm excited. So what title fight we want to talk about now?
So then we're gonna go to the big boys. We're gonna go heavyweight.
Uh-oh.
And I just said it out of Otero Combat Sports, Dylan Matthews, man.
He's been he's been wanting a title fight, huh?
He's got this is one of those ones that the fighters have the records you guys want to see. This one, they have the experience. It's been a while it's been a long time coming now, and he's ready to. He said, "Hey man, let me fight for a title. Let me open up as a title contender." And so that was why we had the first fight. We had to make sure that it was legit, and he came out with flying colors. Man.
Yeah. I mean, he fought in the last one, Dylan. And put on, just put on a clip as much as we like Manny. He just kept Manny away, tapping him, didn't get tired. and kept on pushing the pace. Got the win by decision, but he gets a title shot against Brandon Yandel out of Tucson, if I'm not mistaken.
Out of Toro Tech MMA.
Woo! Man, yeah, we got 5-3 versus 4-2. Dylan 4-2, Brandon 5-3. How excited are you guys to showcase a heavyweight title fight?
If this thing goes the distance,
Because I
it'll be
haven't
a
seen any
surprise,
title
man.
fights in here in for MMA in the Southwest that does heavyweights like a
There's
title.
not a ton of heavyweights.
Yeah.
You know, and so finding the guys to be able to do it, that have the quality of fighting to be able to do that. You know, Dylan, 4-2, 2 TKOs, a submission, and his last fight was a decision. So before that, he was finishing fights.
Yeah,
And his fighting against Manny was a tough fight.
Yeah.
And he was able to show he could grind it out.
yeah.
He's just a giant human too. He's 261, 6'5". You know? He's a monster, right?
I'm literally half the man he is. Literally half the man he is.
Nice guy. Scary
Yeah.
too when he's out there in that
Yeah,
cage, right?
Dylan will take his glasses off and then punch you in the face
exactly,
for sure.
Exactly.
And then he coaches his teammates immediately after.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
No rest.
Yeah, but yeah, Brandon coming out of Toro Tech, 3 TKOs, 2 submissions for his wins. You know, man, that's. I'm excited to see that because I know that, like how you were saying, Tony bringing down his team to fight, you know, kind of putting an opportunity to get Toro Tech out here, you know, to come down to El Paso to want to fight here and for you guys. And I know Dylan's been wanting to showcase his skills to match somebody against him, and I think you guys found him a worthy opponent for this one.
Yeah, no, this is definitely going to be fireworks, man. The whole thing, just talking to both guys, it's crazy. Super respectful, super humble. You know, everything you want in a champ, and they're going to put it on the line.
Yeah, well
it's
said.
gonna be
Yeah,
a good-
in a
it's gonna be
champ,
a
right?
good
That's
one.
right, man. Because a lot of people think that. I mean, everybody wants to wear a belt and things like that. But sometimes, I like how you said that some worthy champ guys that deserve the shot, and everybody could see why they're getting a title shot. And if they do get the win, they can see like, yeah, I could see Dylan being a heavyweight champion, or Brandon being a heavyweight champion. So yeah, man, geez, over 6 feet tall, both of these guys coming off with, I'm very excited for this one. I love seeing the big boys because all it takes is one punch. All it takes is,
no, for sure, man.
It literally just takes one punch. Miss, don't see it, see it. It doesn't matter. It could be a horrible night for either one of them, but we're excited for this matchup, and let the best man win as well for these guys, man. I'm excited to see that one. Dang. All right. Flyweight. Jesse, line this one up for us, brother.
Yeah, man. So we have our flyweight title coming up. Really excited for this one. Chris Tavares fighting for Empire MMA. He's going to be coming out there. He's 3-1. Gonna finally get a chance to give him a shot at a title versus Samuel Ortiz. He's 2-1 with a win by decision and submission. So it should be a really exciting fight. Two guys that have put in the work, are ready to go. Chris, he did have that one loss, but that one loss was off of a bad shot.
Yeah.
And he got a choke.
I think he got cocky. I was
Exactly.
watching it.
And
I
he
was
was
watching
piecing
it.
the guy
I
out.
talked to him. He's right over there, guys. You
No,
can see my guy.
he got tired.
Yeah, like I was watching it on Twitch, and he was doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, after that, he put a couple fights together, and now has the opportunity to flyweight. So let's talk about his opponent. I don't know too much about him. Where's Samuel fighting out of?
So Samuel Ortiz, he is out of Apex in, I believe it's Tucson. He's a boxer. He has nonstop pressure. He's got heavy hands. I've obviously had to do a whole bunch of film study on him, just watching him, seeing what he's doing. Yeah, man, he's. I had to make some calls to get somebody to come out and fight at 125. That was a good fight. Everybody talks about 915 versus everyone.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have another local versus local again.
Yeah.
So we reached out. This guy was sent to us when we asked. His coach right away said, "Let's set it up."
Nice. And I like how you said that, because there's so many fighters in this area, and if we can avoid the El Paso versus El Paso, it's gonna happen eventually, right? But if we can get somebody from out of town or even Juarez to fight at the like same caliber fighters, you know what I mean? Just from a different location, right? We don't have to fight each other if we're in the same area. So the fact that Samuel's like, hey, I'm come on down, you know what I mean? You guys want to give me a title shot? I'll come on down.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's and I've talked to him a couple times actually. He's actually super nice kid.
Yeah.
He every time I've talked to him, yes sir, no sir, hey, what else do you need? Let me know what I need to get in. Just, is there anything that I need? You want me to do any podcasts? You want me to do any interviews? So
actually, yeah, he did respond. He did respond to he did respond. So that's good. And that's the thing. I'm excited for Chris. You know what I mean? He's been, when I saw him at KFL when he got that, you told him don't jump on the ring. The first freaking thing he does
Immediately.
You know what I mean? But he's been putting everything together. I know you guys are around him way more. I see him in Crossing. The way he carries himself, I can see he's like ready.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? The best part is every day, I don't even know how to fight. I don't like to fight. I don't know how to fight. Well, I hope that I can not know how to fight as good as he does.
As good as him and shit.
Because he's putting it together, man. His hands are coming around even more. His kicks, his knees.
Yeah.
And then not to mention his wrestling.
Yeah.
His
and that's where he came from. Is the wrestling, but he's been tapping people with knees and kicks and punches, and I haven't really seen him use his wrestling when he needs to, but when he has to, he has it. You know what I mean? That's the scariest thing, when somebody can fight you standing up, and then guess what? I could take you down at any time, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like a complete package of a fighter.
He's a problem because he's fast. He can wrestle you when he needs to, but he doesn't really want to wrestle you.
Yeah.
He wants to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
He wants to move around, and he's so quick, and his footwork has gotten so well. You're standing in front of him, you think he's throwing a punch, and all of a sudden he's on the side of you, and he's tagging you right in the ear.
The feet movement.
Exactly. And if you think that you are blocking it, then you're catching a foot, and if you're not catching the foot, then he's getting the takedown. So he's a problem. So I'm really excited to see him fight a boxer, someone that can match him footwork-wise and keep him at a distance potentially, and have a chance to really throw some punches.
And at 125, Samuel has some power.
Yeah.
He's hit a couple guys and put him down.
Yeah.
He's got a TKO finish.
And that's the thing too,
he's
man.
Not a slouch.
Yeah.
No.
As much as I love the striking as much as any person, but this is MMA, and the fact that we can sit here and say, hey, we're gonna watch them kick some punches. I want them to have a grappling match,
and then immediately just go to the ground. Immediately,
go to grappling, and they're just trying to rip each other's arms off the whole time. Either way, I'm excited to see the fight. Another title on the line. Dang, this is Rise of the Champions, right? So
it is.
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
Putting 3 titles out there.
I love that, and everybody's excited for it. So those, if I'm not mistaken, is that the rest of the amateur fights? These next ones are pros.
The next ones are pros. Yeah.
Before we move into the pro card, we forgot one more fight. I wanted to break it down by myself. I think that this fight is being overlooked, and we forgot to write it down and talk about it, but it is confirmed on the fight card. We got Rodolfo Soto, crowd favorite, versus Brennan Willard. Both have great records. Soto's at a 2-1. Brennan's at 2-2. Brennan did win a controversial win at KFL versus David Gutierrez, but for him to be going up against Rudy Soto, who recently had a loss at Rise of the Empire versus Briseño, that was a back-and-forth battle. But the fact that these two fighters are against each other, stylistically, it's going to be very exciting. I feel like they both have good ground game. Brennan is one of those guys really kind of keeps to himself. The times that I've been around him and seen him fight twice, he is game. The fact that he can go in there, kind of keep, silent killer, you know what I mean? Silent killer, kind of keeps to himself, but I know he trains hard and he wants to kind of keep that streak going. And with Rudy, fighting out of SVG, he got that last fight, it got away from him. Towards the end of the fight, he started coming back, but ran out of time against Briseño. So Rudy 2-1 right now. He wants to get back on that winning streak and get it going. And then Brandon, just the fact that those two guys are going to be facing each other at that 125, I'm very excited. There's going to be a lot of room in there for them to move around. Don't sleep on the flyweights. The fact that they're smaller dudes, but they're both, for their frame, is a perfect weight class for them. Rudy's a slender guy, and Brendan's like kind of slender as well. The fact that they're both fighting at 125, I'm excited to see that fight for them. I know Rudy lost that last decision, and Brendan winning off a controversial submission, wants to just put a stamp and get another win back-to-back for him. And then Rudy wants to get out of that losing streak, and get back to his winning ways. I know both of them have been putting in the time and the effort to get into the cage, but don't sleep on this matchup, at all. If you made it this far so far in the video, just make sure you guys say what's up in the comments. It really helps. Now let's jump back to the main card. We didn't want to miss this conversation for the fight card, so we do apologize we didn't bring it up during that day, but we wanted to make sure that you guys don't sleep on Brendan and Rudy going at it at 125. But back to the recording. We got pro fights, guys.
Yep, 3 pro fights.
Fights, not just amateurs, and that's what I like about you guys. You guys make it a point. When you guys did the boxing, you guys all had a bunch of amateur fights before, had the pro card. We did the MMA one, a couple amateur fights, couple pro fights, and here we go with some pro fights as well. So which one do you guys want to start off with talking about on the pro side?
So on this one, we got Luis Fernando Chavez. Everybody here or around here knows him as Lychee.
Oh, okay.
He is he's out of SVG. He has fought in big promotions. He fought at Combate. So he's got significant wins. He's a legitimate
3-1 right now, right?
3-1. I believe he's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
Oh man.
He's not a real big guy, but he is a real problem with some power.
And he's fighting out of the SVG, man, with Ricky, man. So I'm excited to see that. And he's taking on Hondo Gutierrez. Is that right?
Hondo Gutierrez.
And where's Hondo fighting out of?
So Hondo is out of Albuquerque.
Okay.
With John Judy's camp.
Okay.
And his little brother Sergio is also fighting pretty soon with CFC. But so Hondo, that kid is super talented. They actually compared him to the Diaz brothers at some point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, these guys are just like him. Both of these guys are really talented. Both of the brothers, they both like to stand up and just punches and bunches.
Let's go.
There's been talk about, this guy doesn't have power. Bullshit.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like, even for the weight class, right? I mean, and this is the best part, guys. The fact that I've been telling it in all promotions, in all gyms, I tell everybody, this is the perfect opportunity to start looking at some of these guys in this area, because they have potentially to have some great pro careers and longevity. The fact that you might not know them, you're going to know about them now. And this is why I love having these conversations with you guys to kind of talk about the fighters. So when people go see the fight, they're like, oh, I heard them talk about this, blah, 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 blah. And then they get to see, they're like, oh, they were right. They were right. They're out there swinging. So that's a pro fight at 135, right?
135, Hondo and Lychee. That actually, little backstory. That was supposed to happen at Empire 1.
Okay.
At Rise of the Empire.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't get it to happen. Couldn't agree on terms. And then one of the guys was going to be out of town. He wasn't able to train as much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a pro side, right? So, I mean, yeah, you kind of have to, yeah, so the fact that you guys were able to loop around and get back.
As soon as our first card was over, Lychee said, "Hey, let's set it up. I'll fight the same guy. Call him, and and we'll get the contract signed immediately." So this contract's been signed since beginning of March. They were ready to fight. They've known that they were going to fight each other for a while already, so they've had time to prepare. It's going to be one of those fights that's like, hey, anything can happen.
Nice.
Both of them have submission. Both of them have power. So it'll be interesting to see where they take it.
Yeah, and like I said, like with the amateur, the skill level's there for a lot of amateurs. But when you see pros fight, you just see that little knob just turn up a little bit, and you can see the difference, especially with these guys already having a couple fights under their belt. I'm excited to see these guys go in there and have at it on that big white canvas at NMSU, man.
Hopefully they paint it red again.
Right. Jesse's like, we'll clean it.
We'll get the pressure washer back out.
We'll figure it out. You guys go at it, though. That's what we want to see, man. We want to see good fights. And, it's always good to see knockouts and finishes, man. But I know these guys are always all out there all the guys are out there to try to finish and put on a good fight. But yeah, good luck to them. At 135, bantamweight, Luis Fernando versus Hondo Gutierrez. Looking forward to that one. All right, moving up, next pro card on tap. What do we got here, Jesse?
We got Ricky Maines coming back to fight for us again with Juan Monsiváis. So it's going to be a really exciting fight as well. It's going to be an interesting one because I think Ricky's going up a little bit in weight class, right, Charlie?
So Ricky was like, hey, man, this 145 cut, it sucked.
Yeah, I talked to him. He was like, man, I mean, he professional, did it, got it done. But at one point in your life, you're like, hey, is it really worth, you know, he has a family and, his health, you know what I mean? So, but it doesn't mean he's going to be a slouch at 155.
No, I think he's going to fight better at heavier
exactly.
weight.
I don't have to dehydrate myself.
Yeah.
All of that aside, the dude is huge.
Yeah.
He had to cut a lot of weight for that first one. I think he battled a whole bunch of demons to get through to it, but
he left that out in the cage.
But he came out and took care of business. Got his first win with Empire, and now he's looking to continue the streak, get on a little bit of a roll, and continue pushing forward.
Yeah, man. When he was coming out, I talked to him a little bit before, and I've known Ricky for a while, and he's had a lot of stuff going on. But once he was in the arena and the way he was coaching, the way he was carrying himself, and then when he was out there swinging, and I was like, holy smoke, this guy is like trying to put a stamp on him on a comeback. And he went out there and finished in the first round. And very excited for him, and the fact that you guys get him back around versus Juan. Tell me a little bit about Juan. He's at a 3-1 record, and even though Ricky, crowd favorite here in the area, 1-3, but going against Juan, who's currently 3-1.
So Juan is actually a last-minute replacement.
Okay.
We had another guy lined up. Guy had some medical issues and had to pull from the fight. He called me. He's like, hey, man, I really hate to do this. Everybody pulls out on me, but, I got some issues going on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take the fight. So we looked around, found a guy. He's from Mexico.
Okay. So he could have a million fights.
Officially, he's got 4. He's a big guy, man.
Yeah. And is this at 155?
This is at 155.
Okay.
He's fought at 170, but he has also fought as low as 152.
Okay.
So he should be able to make the weight. When we called him up, we offered him the fight. It took about 20 minutes for us to get through to him, and about 2 seconds for him to say yes.
Nice. What? What's going on? Oh, you want to
Absolutely.
fight? Oh, yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah. As soon as we got a hold of him, he said, "Absolutely, I'll take the fight. I just need you guys to send me a contract."
Nice.
Sent the contract. Everything was signed right away. Called Ricky, gave him the bad news, and Ricky said, "You know what? Let's do it."
Nice.
What I love about both of these guys is they're willing to fight, not necessarily whoever, whenever, whatever, but they're both willing to take fights that make sense.
Yeah.
And for Ricky, it's his comeback tour. It's his I'm going to put a stamp on this. I was talking to him. He's like, I'm going to fight for 10 more years. Mm-hmm. I'm like, look, man, all I need you to do is fight for, 15 more minutes right now.
Yeah.
Go get this guy.
Yeah, Ricky's on a mission for sure, man.
No, he's definitely focused. He's definitely bringing his A game, and he is a big dude.
Yeah.
He used to be a lot smaller. He put on muscle. He put on a lot, not a little bit.
Nutrition side,
either.
man.
Yeah, no, he's
that's
good.
the thing. Now that I've been around more fighters, like when they get the nutrition part, I'm like, who are you? You know what I mean? It's like when you put the right type of fuel in your body and you're recovering and doing all the right things, your body just transforms, but you're the same weight.
It's hilarious. It's crazy to see.
I was like, how the fuck are you so big but still the same weight?
Yeah, no, he's a big guy. I've talked to him a few times, and it's always cool talking to him. He always gives you insight. He always gives you a little bit of like spiritual. This is the way things are supposed to be. And then it's cool talking to him. Hearing from him, he really sounds like he's ready.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he's never not ready, right?
Yeah, no. Honestly, if we had the fight tomorrow, I think
Ricky would be down.
I'll make weight. Forget it.
Yeah, Ricky will get it done. But yeah, Juan coming out of Mexico coming up.
He's coming out of Sonora, Mexico.
you know, for him to say, hey, how long, when, okay, yes, you know what I mean, for both of them, the shout out for both of them, because I mean, the fact that Ricky said yes, even though he's been getting ready for one guy, you know, he could easily say, hey man, I'd rather not, but the fact that he says like, yeah, I'm still gonna do it, shout out to him. Juan, last minute, like, hey, this guy's been training ready to fight somebody.
Yeah.
You still want to fight him? Yes, I want to fight him. So the fact that they're both pros and professional about it, hey man, we're excited for that one. Dang, all right. Top of the card.
Yeah. Top of the card, our main event. It'll be a really exciting one. Fighting at 170. We got Mikey Tovar fighting against Orlando Sanders. Got a hometown favorite. Going to be going out there doing a really good job.
Yeah, he's been finishing some fights recently, huh?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's got the experience, man. He's got a lot of experience coming off of a KO, vicious head kick win.
Head kick KO.
Yeah, snipes.
Yeah.
Oof. And tell us a little bit about Orlando. I obviously I know Mikey from the area, but where's Orlando fighting out of, and what do you guys know about Mr. Sanders?
So Orlando was a hard guy. I mean, just an opponent, period, was a hard guy to find. Orlando out of Houston, it took us forever. You know, we were starting to get a little worried, like, oh man, I don't know if we're going to find somebody to fight Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando was like, I'll take it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
I love
You know what I'm saying?
like when promoters tell me like, hey, we asked this guy, he says yes, because there's reasons you can say no and reasons that you kind of have to go back and forth. But the fact that you guys always say when you ask somebody, they say yes, you always make it a point, because we have conversations in the back where like, hey, things don't fit and don't make sense, which is totally fine. But when you get two guys that say yes, it's always awesome, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be some fireworks, man. Orlando has power. He's a heavy wrestler. He's able to move his weight, shift his weight. I think he's taken every single person that he's fought down.
Three of his 4 wins by submission. Woof.
Yeah. So it should be a good, interesting matchup with Orlando, you know, finishing most of his fights by submission.
Yeah.
Mikey wanting to stand up more, most of his wins by TKO. But Mikey's a wrestler at heart. So,
Yeah.
you know, how does that work out? You know, it's coming in when someone can head kick you, but when you go to the ground, he's just as comfortable. So I think it's a really interesting
Yeah.
matchup and a good fight to make.
Yeah. And this is at what weight class here?
This one's gonna be at 170.
Woo. Yeah, I mean, I love the 170 weight class because I feel like you still get the power, but you still get the speed.
For sure, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like that 170 and middleweight weight class for MMA, and this is just me. You know what I mean? You get a little bit of the fast and the power, because, I mean, you can put somebody's lights out at 155 too as well. But, man, that 170 for both of these guys, and they're big dudes, right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. You get those 170s, and a lot of them walking around are
Yeah.
almost heavyweight until they cut for the
Yeah.
fight. So that power's
going
right
back
there.
to the nutrition when it matters, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no. I mean, these guys are walking around close to 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Professional weight, 170. Let's make it.
Yeah.
You know, they start dieting, then they start cutting.
Yeah.
And then it's a huge cut. And it's
Yeah.
like, bro, are you gonna be all right? And they're like, no, we're good. We're
Yeah.
good. We've
Well,
been
they're
here
professionals,
before.
right? They've been doing it for a little bit. So,
So,
I mean, the fact that these guys have already a record in the pro division, it's like, I mean, as promoters, a lot of people worry about that kind of stuff, is the weight thing. But these guys are pros and they've been around. So, I mean, the fact that they're able to go in there and be like, yeah, don't worry about the weight. We got this.
Yeah, no, it's cool to see their body transform over the 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, it's an instant shred. They get tiny and then they blow up.
Dang.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's just something one of those things like, holy crap.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I always say with people, with any type of athlete, I mean, but combat sports athlete, it just takes a different type of person, the mindset and the dedication and the time and the effort to get down to that weight, to that it matters. Because, I mean, a lot of people always say, well, that's a big weight cut and blah, blah, blah. But the thing is that their optimal weight for their height and weight or whatever is that. I mean, but if you're not training and you're not focused on your diet at the time, and you're just, maybe a lot of the guys like to power lift and get bulky, and then they'll cut down like it's nothing, right?
Oh yeah, no, these guys are huge, man. It's crazy. I saw Mikey walking around. I'm like, how is that guy gonna make 170? And then you see a picture of
I went
of
170
Orlando.
right now. Like I'm a little butterball, but yeah, man.
Putting you in
170
against him next.
Yeah, hell no, man. Jesse's like, where we get you in there? I'm in either in front of the camera like this, or I'm behind it holding it like this, man. But yeah, that rounds off the card. 12 fights.
12 fights.
Oh my goodness, 12 fights. You guys had 11 last time, man. I'm excited to be back out there. NMSU, June 21st. What time do the doors open?
And so this one's going to be a little bit early. We're trying to get people out. I know it's a drive. You know, I know you got that hour, but we're going to get everybody out early. So we got doors opening at 3.
Okay.
Fights starting at 4.
Oh, nice.
And by that time, you know, hopefully we'll have a little time to party.
Nice.
Afterwards.
Cool,
So,
man. I'm excited. I know you guys had a great outing at NMSU. You guys wanted to make it a point to go back out there. Was that a prime choice to go back out there, or did it just make sense because of the dates? You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are like, why are you going back to Las Cruces?
I mean, it's an amazing facility.
Yes.
I mean, the type of things we're able to do there and the production we can put on,
Yeah.
the quality we can give to the fighters and the fans
Nice.
is outstanding. And
Yes.
the staff there is amazing.
Yes.
So it makes sense to go back out there purely based on what we're able to do and the product we can give versus other venues.
Yeah, and I love that you guys like that. You guys have said that each time, and we've had conversations like just the quality of the event and what you guys are trying to make sure that is a standard for you guys.
Yeah, we're
You know
not,
what I mean? You're
we're
making
not
a
just here
standard.
to throw fights. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people can throw fights.
Yeah.
We're here to throw events. We're here to make it an experience.
Yes. Yeah, the arena experience is awesome. I've been to other promotions and it's cool. Don't get me wrong. All the other promotions do all their things, but the fact that the arena feel, I like the arena feel. I
Now
love the arena.
hopefully we can pack that thing, get a lot of sound, get a lot of noise, and just cheer these guys on. There's a lot of local guys taking on out of towners.
Yep.
That's a big thing. I mean, again, we're trying not to get El Paso versus El Paso. Everybody is used to seeing guys from local area. You know, Otero's not real far.
Yeah.
Juarez isn't real far, but we've got guys from Otero. We've got guys from Tucson. We've got guys from Albuquerque.
Guys
We've
from
got
Vegas.
Guys from Vegas. I mean, you know, all over the place.
Yes. I love that.
We're really trying to make it a different experience and showcase what El Paso area fighters can do. Showcase what. Actually, we got a couple of local guys from Las Cruces. So if you're in Las Cruces, come out, support the local guys. We got 2 or 3 of those guys. A couple of them train here in El Paso and in Las Cruces. But we've got 2 or 3 guys from Cruces. You know, we've got 4 or 5 guys from El Paso, and then everybody else is from all over the place.
Nice.
So we really
Southwest.
hope to bring people in, make it an experience, make it an unforgettable night, and just make it as loud and as big of an event as we can.
Nice. I'm excited. Make sure you guys follow up with all the updates on Instagram, Empire Promotions 915. June 21st, doors at 3, fights at 4.
Beers on Charlie afterwards.
Beers on Charlie, 3 title fights. We got a flyweight title fight. We got a bantamweight with a bantamweight,
We got flyweight, lightweight, and
lightweight,
heavyweight.
and heavyweight. 12 fights. You guys, come on, man. Come on down. Say what's up to us. And again, I appreciate you guys for having me out, man. I love talking to you guys about fighting. You guys, everything that you said that you were going to do last year, and when I met Jesse, you guys are steadily doing it, and I'm happy for you guys. I'm proud of you guys are doing it. I'm just glad to be able to hang out with you guys and see some cool fights. So I appreciate y'all, man.
We appreciate you, Jimmy.
man.
Thank you.
Hell yeah,
All
man.
your time, all your effort, it doesn't go unnoticed, man. Thank
Let's
you. for
go.
everything.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate y'all. All you guys out there, make sure you guys follow Empire Promotions 915. Previous fights on the YouTube channel, man. All the fights, if you guys want to check them out. These guys are making it a point to put content out for their fighters and their community and just anybody that's part of the combat sports in the Southwest. You know, these guys are putting out a good product, and you know, it's just the beginning, man. We got the rise. Now we got the rise of the Empire. Now we got the rise of the champions. You know what I mean? I'm excited, man. Before we get out of here, you guys want to shout anybody else? Say anything? Last words?
Shoot, the only thing I'm going to say as some last words, if you're on the fence about going out to this fight, you got to come see it. There's not a bad seat in the house. If you've never gone to see a fight live, this is the kind of stuff to see. You know, you're not going to see have a bad seat. There's not going to be a bad fight. So if you're on the fence, come and check it out. This is the time to do it.
Nice. Charlie, last words?
Buy your tickets. Show up early.
Buy them from the fighters, right? If I'm not
From the
mistaken.
fighters.
If you need to, just pick a fighter.
Yeah.
If you don't know anybody, pick one.
And it helps them out, right, Charlie?
Everything goes back to the fighters. Everything goes back to the promotion that's raising these guys. You know, we're trying to take care of everybody. So pick a fighter. Come out, enjoy a beer, enjoy popcorn, get a soda if you don't drink. Short drive back. You guys will be out early. it should be a good night of fights.
Hell yeah, man. All right, guys. Until next time, appreciate y'all. Everybody's continued time and support. Make sure you guys check out all the interviews here on my Fight Talk show with Jimmy Dukes here on my YouTube channel. Keep up with all the combat sports I got going on. If you guys want to check them out on Instagram, if you guys are coming on for the first time because of Charlie or Jesse or just because of the fight promotion, I've been covering combat sports in the Southwest for a while. You can find me on Instagram, Jimmy Dukes Combat. With that being said, peace out, homies. We'll see you guys at the fights. Peace.
Jimmy Dukes versus Jesse at Empire 3.
I don't know if you can get down that low.
That's a big weight class difference.